Whoa, 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 we, you and me and you, it's the Danny Carron Show. It's time for another Karron Rewind! Summer of 1991. Whoa! Who's that guy? Where did he come from? That's actually me, my first performance for this organization called Kids for Kids. And it still exists to this day, and they perform over at Oakdale or Sayville or one of those South Shore towns. But this actually takes place in Centereach, New York. Over in Unity Drive School, and this was me being all like Mr. Hollywood and believing the world revolves around me, and like, you know, putting the hand up to say hi to the paparazzi, which is my parents, and you know, waving to them. And like trying to walk into the building so I can get ready for the performance. And it was really cool. It was like a group of songs, which was like a preview for the upcoming season. So like we would sing songs from like the musicals that we were going to sing and be in and perform during the school year. It's kind of like a teaser, I guess. Anyway, so there's me, and I think it was this performance or another performance, I'm not really sure, but there's other pictures explaining this day, and this day was kind of like emotional because what they did was they busted in a bunch of geriatric patients, so to speak, the elderly, from their nursing homes, and they got to sit in the audience and watch us perform, and I was like 6 years old at the time. And it was something special because like the theme or the name of this event was basically like, you know, before you pass away, we want to perform a very sweet show for you. And that was the idea of the performance. And on the outside, as you could see, well, you can't really see, but on the outside over to the right a little bit, we would like be in different positions, and as they, you know, got off the bus and they were being helped to like their seats, we would sing Never Neverland to them. And I guess it was sweet and enduring thing to do, and they really liked it. And then later in the day, we would talk to them about their lives, so to speak, and like, you know, the youngsters such as myself would be paired up with like older kids, like 12-year-olds and like 13-year-olds or whatever the case was, and we would sit in the audience with them during their intermission, and we would ask them questions. And like me having social anxiety, I didn't know what to say or think or ask or what the case was, so I just kind of like looked at them. I looked at the guy that I was partnered with. I looked all around. I looked at my mother and my father, and you know, this guy asked questions, and he was like a 12 or 13-year-old, and he held up the conversations, and then I would just chime in every once in a while and like tell them things. I have no idea what I told them, but you know, so that was like my first ever performance as like a performer, actor, comedian type of situation. And you could tell that the lady in the sunglasses was really impressed by like how funny I was with my Hollywood attitude, and along with a woman in a white shirt, she was just like, "Who's that guy? Where did he come from?" so to speak. And this was pretty much marks the beginning of me performing, acting, so on and so forth, because I went from this to basically being in the musicals for Kids to doing musicals in high school. And from there, I did improv, and then I did stand-up, and I did wrestling, and I made all these crazy music videos, and I did some other videos that, didn't fly so well. And then, lo and behold, November 15th, 2017, I was just like, hey, let's have a talk show and run with it and do it. And that's where we are today. So this has been an awesome edition of Karron Rewind. So that's it. See ya.